Oh, bonjour. Zaway na gamot nina. Comanche Hispanic Nindao. Athen Dolchbia. Hello, everybody. I just introduced myself, my Anishinaabe name, clear singer, both sides. So that's my Indian name. My English name is Arthur Zapata.
Paul Surratt from Southern Straight, and tell me a little bit about your band, how it was started, and what it's all about.
So we are a group of multi-tribal citizens. We come from different communities, different tribes, and we've come together to express our songs and our knowledge through a Southern style of singing through our group called Southern Straight. Our lead singer Arthur Zapata, then our elders Terry Chivas, and then we also have women that sing behind us as well that sing along with us. Usually our family that comes along with us. And then we also have other tribal citizens that sing on here. Derek is from Pokagon Band Potawatomi, and then we have Bill, who's from Oklahoma. He's come up to visit with us and spend the winters with us. So he brings up some of that Southern style with him as well. But we have all types of drums in the Great Lakes area, so both northern style and southern style. But what we are representing here is more of a southern contemporary style.
What's the difference between the Southern style and the Northern style?
So the Southern style, we sing more of a deep tone, a deep baritone voices. Our beats are a little bit different. We have a little bit different what we call honor beats. And then the Northern style is very much more high-pitched, more high tones of singing. Sometimes the beats may be a little bit faster, and their honor beats may be a little bit faster. And the other thing we consider too is that there are some certain songs for dances or ceremonies that maybe only Southern groups may sing versus what Northern groups may sing.
So how does drumming bring a community together?
Well, it's the heartbeat of our nation, as we'll hear later when we hit that drum and the way it resonates. It brings people into our dance arenas, it brings people into our ceremony lodges, it brings people out to our round dance ceremonies, and our round dances, is another form of how we, pay tribute and pass those teachings along of drumming and singing as well. So once people start hearing that at a powwow, they know it's time to come out and start dancing to those songs.
And in researching Native American culture, I saw that grandparents play a really big role, and could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it is a really big role. That seventh generation, we're into our seventh generation now of these teachings being passed down. My kids are starting to acquire those teachings, those ceremony teachings, and those songs. And grandparents are very influential to helping pass that down. But we just can't depend on them to understand that we need them to come out. We also have to include them in those ceremonies, and so we have our grandparent Terry, who's here with us, and he travels with us all over the place too, and he teaches us a lot of those old songs that he grew up with.
So tell me, is there any kind of structure that goes along with drumming? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes, so when we sing around the big drum, we have the certain songs we sing usually start out with a lead, and that's what a lot of times we call the lead singer, because they have that knowledge of that song. They're going to start that song out with a short lead or a long lead, depending on the song, and then the rest of us, we come in right behind that lead singer with the second part of that song. So while we're doing that, we're also, beating on the drum at a certain type of speed or beat, depending on what the song is intended for. So during that song, you're also going to hear that we'll do what we call on the southern side of honor beats, and that there is to help show that respect to that person or that song or those teachings that we're singing for. So as we do those songs, we also call what we a stanza, or what we call a push-up. We sing the song normally 4 times through, and depending on the type of ceremony, we may sing it further, we may sing longer, things like that, So there's structure behind it is keeping in mind that the teachings that we use when we're making the sticks, the teachings we use when we're making the drum, how we sing the song, and then also, on the northern side versus what we sing on the southern side, even them, they have a little bit of the different structure and tone of how fast they sing the songs, how high they sing the songs, things like that.
And so we're at the Kalamazoo Valley Museum, and people are going to be pouring in here soon. So what do you want them to take away? What do you want people that are seeing you tonight to feel, to think, to understand?
I'd like them to, get that feeling of maybe how we feel when we're singing. Want them to get to the point where they may hear that song and it makes the hair on their arm just raise up enough a little bit there just to give them that feeling. So I know there's times when we're singing, or there's a moment where we're singing an honor song and we see the families out there just truly appreciating that sound and the teachings that it comes with it, along with how it invokes their spirit and the spirit of maybe who they're talking to or praying for, and it just gives them that feeling to the point of where they're just, oh, I feel really good.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.